Welcome, everybody. You ever feel like your life is just too complicated? There's too much family drama going on. You don't know who you love sexually and who you're related to. Sometimes it's both. Welcome to the attic. It's VC's Peasies. To go, but hey, we're gonna
Yeah.
So like,
all right. If I sat here, kind of like here, and you sat
it's
here,
kind of cool being out here.
so
Regular talking voices.
this is our regular talking voices.
Okay.
Testicles.
Hello.
Testes.
Testicles.
Chesticles, testicles.
Wall and watch.
My name.
Yes.
What'd you say?
I'm finding my radio voice.
Oh boy.
Hello, ladies.
Let's try that.
Hello, my wife.
There's an animal
Hope you guys are
screaming.
prepared to go down to 200 followers after this.
Always.
Speaking of,
Now.
hello, dear listener.
Oh, hello. We're having a little. It's our holiday. It's a holiday party, and we're definitely in our finery.
Yeah.
We're eating hors d'oeuvres, and we have a champagne tower. We're not in leggings and sweatpants eating takeout pizza calzones.
Definitely not.
Welcome to this episode of
No, we're
BC's Pieces Podcast. That's Tia.
That's Matt.
That's Chris.
That's Katie.
And
I remember
welcome.
her name.
We're always here.
Good job, everybody. Good intro. Good intro. This is our gift to you, listener. It's the thing you didn't want. What we done did is we watched the remake episode 2 of Flowers in the Attic with the teenage witch and Heather Graham Crackers.
Heather Graham Crackers.
And
And Jason the Jock
Jason the Job.
he was the
from
jock in
Stranger Things. Is
Chris.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. See, it's weird because he now actually looks like a TV teenager, but in the original movie, he looks, kind of like a teenager.
Anyway, sorry. We watched the movie. We split up. We did the VC veterans. Tia and I watched it. VC virgins. Our husbands watched it. They don't get names.
We already introduced
We already
them.
introduced.
Not sure. Matt's read a book.
No, you tried and you got.
No,
a few
remember
pages
I read
in.
it in 9th
It
grade.
was before you.
I don't think he doesn't exist before me. But when we started the podcast, you picked it back up. You're like, all right, let me just, and you
I'm
got a
up
few
on
pages
this.
in, and you were like, I can't with this garbage. So here we are. We are eating and we're talking and I took very few notes.
Happy whatever holiday you might
Happy
be
everything.
celebrating.
Merry
Right now.
Merry meow meow. Happy nothing.
Right now I'm giving thanks.
Yeah, we're giving thanks for cheese. Yeah, thanks for cheese.
I will not.
You won't give thanks for cheese?
I'll give thanks.
Great, I'll take them. Did anyone have notes? So we watched it's the 2014, I think,
Is it that far back?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
remake of the Flowers in That There Attic movie.
I feel like Kiernan Shipka is like ageless.
A little bit.
Like as soon as she became like not really tiny Sally Draper, she's just looked the same since she was like 13, 14.
I'll buy that.
Yeah.
They call it Selena Gomez syndrome.
Oh.
Oh, same. Yeah. So, did you guys have any notes on the opening?
Yes.
Needs new grounds crew.
Needs a new grounds crew?
Yeah, they panned into the mansion. It was all like
What was up with
weeds
that?
growing.
The X-Mansion looks like shit.
Yeah.
Why was it like that?
Because it was supposed to be years after.
All right.
Well, we didn't know that.
Well, I was like,
It's okay.
okay.
And I mean, like, just so you guys know, P.S., there is no, like, old Foxworth Hall because it burns to the ground.
Yeah.
I know.
Twice.
Yeah.
2 times.
Spoiler.
So there's
that
a
up?
there's a voiceover at the beginning and the end, but not anywhere else.
Was there?
Yep.
She was like, "We were beautiful children." Okay.
Oh yeah, I wrote down very beautiful. Parentheses, sexy children.
I feel like Christopher not blonde enough.
No one
I
blonde
thought-
enough. No.
well-
No one besides Carrie was blonde enough.
Because in some light, Christopher looked almost brunette. Ew.
Yeah. They should look like the children of the damned.
Right.
Like.
They're supposed-
Absolutely, yeah. That's what we're led to believe when we're reading it.
Let's say.
Children of the damned. I feel like the Foxworth Hall did look Foxworthier than it did in the 80s movie.
Yes.
I'll agree with that.
Thank you. So the voiceover is like, Mother said it was whatever, and she also said life was full of greed and shame, etc. She did not fucking say that.
Just not on camera.
Not in the book.
No, she didn't say any of that shit. She just said, I'm a big dummy.
I'm a big dumb dummy. And there were prison tick marks on the wall.
Yep.
Interesting vibe. The camera's like panning in as we enter these children. So we open on the...
Did you say as we enter these children?
She sure did.
Oh, careful.
Fucking cat hair calzone!
Is that what they call it now?
This cat hair in my meat calzone.
Wow.
So these childrens are so beautiful, perfect, and Daddy comes home. Wasn't in the book Daddy Christopher a medical man?
Yes.
Is he not?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Here he's
no,
I can't remember.
no. No, he wasn't. Chris just wanted
Because he had
to
to
be done.
travel. That's
Yeah,
right.
he's just like a traveling
He's a
businessman.
He was a rambling man.
Yes.
So as he enters the scene, I wrote down casual kissing in front of kids.
Yeah.
Casual.
Yeah,
They
let's-
basically made him a baby.
let's make out in front of the
saying.
kids. I also wrote, Dad looks like Eric Trump.
Being facetious.
Yeah.
She got fucking damp for that jewelry.
She did.
It was like your piece of shit jewelry, too.
Yeah.
This piece of shit.
Like a fucking
Well, that stupid
quarter
Walmart
machine.
ring.
Well, she's only good at...
The locket.
Oh.
What?
Oh, I'll get to that.
I'm gonna put it out there now. And I'm sorry if you're listening, but I hate Heather Graham.
I'm sorry, Heather.
I can't stand
With her buggy eyeball.
watching her act.
Well, you
I like
didn't
Heather
pointing your
Graham. She's
perky
alright.
titties at the...
No, we got into this.
Okay.
Tits, great.
Yeah, her body's banging, but I can't,
Yeah.
they just, it's like when you...
Anything from the neck up.
It's because of her eyes.
No, it's because of how terrible she acts also.
No, yeah.
You mean she was a bad actress in Austin Powers?
So,
I liked her in License to Drive.
wow.
I didn't like her in License to Drive.
I didn't know, like, with the Coreys?
Yeah, with the Coreys.
Oh, no shit.
That was her first role.
Yeah, also, how old is she? Anyways,
She's younger than you think.
But also
She's about
older.
50.
74.
I think she's like, I want to say she's like 52 to 54. It's just that she started acting when she was like 16 or 15, and so it was like she's just been taking roles.
Yeah, she has.
She's been taking a lot of things, but
so what I realized actually as I was watching this, the reason that I don't like her acting is because it looks like she's either being, like she's remembering in the moment or being fed lines as she's acting. Like she's looking around being like, somebody fucking help me. Oh, right, this is my line.
Wow.
This is my line.
She does look like that. She does.
Anyways.
They have some idyllic yard times.
yeah, they played football. My comment was football because that seems normal and not inbred.
Yeah. Father-daughter, long and gaze.
Yeah. And then there's
She does a really good annoying Kathy.
Yeah, I like that.
yeah. My comment was fuck you, Kathy, and your pie hater.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's hating on her mom's pie
Yeah,
because
she's
it's
like,
store bought. Like,
oh, you forgot the tag.
she's too good. She's inbred.
Yeah, she doesn't know this yet.
Yeah.
It was actually the 50s in this, which I liked. I don't know what... We still don't know when it was supposed to have been set in the...
That was a question I asked. What year is this?
Yeah, we were asking that a lot.
welcome.
Like, the fashion's crazy.
50s. But like in the 80s movie, you really could not tell what era it was at all. I have no clue. Maybe the 50s.
Were you guys like really like in suspense with Daddy's birthday party?
Kind of. And I was really sad when the police officer showed up and said a fire truck ran over her dad's penis.
Yeah. It's a convenient accident.
It's-
Dad dead.
Yeah. Hey, kids. Oh, is it Dad's party? Hey, who likes charades?
Oh wow! Dad died on his birthday.
Said if I had 4 kids, I'd have a convenient accident too.
Yeah, the convenient accident would have been making sure none of those children were born.
Yeah.
They were all inconvenient accidents. It's the new Al Gore flick.
Oh.
An inconvenient.
Nice.
Yeah. Why do they have to leave immediately?
I don't know. Thoughts?
Well-
We don't know.
Apparently, a single mother is tough without a job or a man.
Yeah, absolutely, because she was just planning on being pretty.
Your
whole life.
Your husband's like the president of sales for a company, and you don't have life insurance.
No life insurance. That's a good point.
Life insurance has existed since the 1300s. I researched this.
Like after you finished watching the movie, or because you took out a policy on Katie?
No. I was thinking about that because, is just like, wait a minute, why does she force them to move? Like,
Yeah. What? No. If this is a businessman.
yeah.
There's no life insurance?
His company didn't go, hey, buddy.
Hey, businessman.
It'd be great if that's what he was selling.
Losing you would be a huge risk. You need to take some life insurance out there. If not for us, for your family.
Like, my company offers accidental death and dismemberment insurance.
Yeah.
For your members.
Yes.
Did you guys notice that as soon as Daddy died, it was like this blue-gray filter?
Oh, yeah. The filters in this movie suck.
Or they were great.
I want to point out the most unsettling thing in this movie is the children playing with an abacus. Like, what the fuck are they doing with an abacus? Like, we're doing calculus. Old timey Arabic
They're
calculus.
sliding beads around because they're
Greek
fucking bored.
times.
That's what they're doing.
I also like how Corinne had to look kind of shitty, and she was just in a robe. I noticed that.
Her hair's still immaculate.
But why couldn't they leave in 2 weeks? Why did they have to leave immediately?
Because it was the 50s and the bank sucked.
Also, just say this, moving to Virginia, bad idea.
Also, she's like, oh, by the way, we have a different last name. Bye.
Yep, that was great. She was like,
Bye.
I did like how she was like, and I saved the best news for last. And we were like, what was the good, throughout all the good news she was telling them.
This is the best.
This is the best news.
Different last name. Let's see.
By the way, I would like to note, Katie said my champ was stinky and I was offended.
Your champ.
I am still offended.
Your champ is stinky.
Yeah.
I think it smells great.
I don't know what's being spoken about here, and I'm scared.
I grabbed chapstick and I was like, my champ stink. And then Katie was like, your champ stinks. And I was like,
What I was talking about smells better than the chapstick.
wow. Yeah, how chapstick it was.
I ended my notes early because, as Tia noted, I would miss a lot of the movie. Cat dragged in.
That's what the
Do you
grandmother
guys
said.
have any notes on the train ride?
I almost.
No.
The one thing I want to add is that when Heather Graham says, I'm only good at being pretty, I just went,
Fucking
and roller
exaggeration.
skating and sucking dicks.
When they get to the mansion, I just said slaves definitely still live there.
Yeah, you weren't wrong.
There was a scene where Kathy and Chris, just prior to them leaving, they're riding bikes together, and
Yes.
the bikes definitely want to fuck.
The bikes.
The bikes definitely want to just
They want to
crash
mash
into each
chains
other.
and
Yeah.
wheels. Let's see.
Let's see, how do grandparents work when they're like, what do you mean you both have parents? I was really hoping that she would just sit there and kind of go, well, you need a zygote.
She did say, what is grandparents?
Yeah,
She did?
Yeah,
Kathy
when she
did?
was like, when Corinne was like, oh, my mother, and she was like, you said we didn't have grandparents. What are even grandparents? She definitely had one of those.
And then when they're talking about homeschooling each other,
We're not there yet. We're not there yet.
that's
Tia
out
said
of
it was
order.
very funny.
Me and Matt didn't write down what was happening. We just wrote down our comments.
Yeah,
Yeah, great. I'm just
We
trying
don't
to
know where we're at in the movie.
Where are we now?
I don't know.
I just want to say that I wanted to bring it up because Tia said something very funny. Is when they get to the door and grandmother's like, look what the cat dragged in.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was just like, out of your pussy.
I just wrote Ellen Burstyn looks like shit.
Yeah, like worse than in,
Sea of Love.
worse than in Requiem for a Dream. No one is up there paying.
For the train ride, it was train number 4069. Nice. That's actually what I wrote. 4069 nice.
Thanks for proving it to me.
Yeah.
I definitely doubted
Now,
you.
they definitely discuss homeschooling each other before they get on the train because they wrote this in order.
Oh, okay.
Just point of order, literal order.
You're
She's
out of
gonna give
order.
him a biology class
Oh.
If I can say that.
Yeah.
and crabs.
Yeah, incest foreshadowing.
Yes.
Current, constantly. Did you notice that They did add the detail of Corinne fingering her necklace. But she was fingering a charm. I never saw her in pearls.
Right, she did not have a fingerling potato.
She was supposed to finger pearls.
She was a pearly clasp.
Yeah.
She was good at it.
That's what I've heard.
Well, let's see.
Wow.
So they get to the manse. Yeah. Oh, did you have more about the train ride?
It looked very like they're going to Hogwarts, but it's not magic.
Shit ass Hogwarts.
Yeah, they're going to the new Hogwarts.
If Hermione had a brother who loved her a lot.
The turfy Hogwarts.
So we set the scene. The movie gets set up, and here's the premise, and and then Corinne's like, "Well, I didn't want you to be worried."
Yeah, because they were like, well, what the
fuck?
actual fuck is going on here? Why do we have this bee sneaking in the night? Penny!
I like that Grandma definitely operated on the assumption that they were going to be like Cyclops babies.
She's like, they're not retarded.
Or must I speak more slowly?
Yeah, she is definitely threatening with her very slow punches, though.
Yeah, that was right. She was like, "Do I need to?" And I'm shaking my fist in a slow fashion.
She's like, I'm so strong.
And then
I was so shocked.
the immediate next note after that is just Heather Graham's perky boobies. Because she's always, every time she's on camera,
They
she's like,
really are. Oh, you dropped your meat calzone.
yeah, my meat calzone.
It's not there.
Which is literally what happens to Heather Graham every time she goes,
Drops
She
the meat
drops
calzone. Drops the meat
They can
calzone.
have an operation. So my last note, by the way, and I'm hoping anyone knows what this means, is shoulder stroke.
Yes, I got that.
Thank you. And I'm done with my notes.
So, I mean, that was later on.
Okay.
That was later on.
Okay, great.
They go into this room, the four of them, and then the grandmother's like, what do you mean you're gonna share beds? Like, shouldn't you fucking drag some pots in? Like, she knew there were 4 kids.
Then she was like, God's always watching.
yeah,
Great
like
point.
she didn't think out the logistics of this.
Whoa. And she was like, well, like, she thought about it in the moment of like, oh, the girls in one and the boys in the other, but like...
Then she's like, we only have one room, but there's an attic upstairs. Like, you can't just put 2 beds in the attic.
Oh, it's cold sometimes.
But also, like Matt said,
Oh, like she cares.
like Matt said, what could go wrong with 2 boys sleeping in the same
Yeah.
bed?
Yeah, like,
This is a very heteronormative incest.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Bummer.
Wicked bummer.
I did criticize Grandma's frumpy goth fashion. Like,
Very brown.
yeah.
She was, so in the book, she was like steely gray, constantly buttoned up to the chin, like broochy. So that did track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then she said that the boys and girls can't pee together.
Yeah.
You gotta put down a mattress.
They just can never be in the bathroom at the same time. What if they're brushing their teeth?
No piss in
Because the
brushing.
wieners are out.
Hold up. Do you guys know about a mattress? If you put toilet paper in the toilet bowl before you go, it's called a mattress, and it is to dull the sound of you pissing.
Or your poopins.
Or your pooping.
Guys don't do
Or
that.
plops. No, I
don't
people do
I
that.
don't do it.
Is that because women don't go to the bathroom?
You know, if you listen to our last episode where we talked about the mattress, no, never heard of it before.
It's not out yet.
Oh,
you. I thought you were.
talked to the listener.
Yeah, no, I got it. I thought you were chastising
No.
I
husbands
mean, I
right
just
now.
call it a target.
Yeah.
Never heard of such a thing. Putting down toilet paper so you don't hear the pissing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
So, I noted, I feel like grandmother and Kathy could have been like besties.
Yeah.
Spilling tea and casting shade on everyone. Like they really
they were like,
could have gotten a, like when she runs into her and then she's like, hope you're not a fucking terrible artist like your mom. And then like, like they fully could have just ripped Corinne to shreds and had such a great time like sipping tea and casting shade.
great point.
That would have been great. Like they really.
I mean, it really would have, of course, deviated from the source material.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like watching this one especially.
Oh, okay,
like,
okay.
Like there were more moments where it
Yeah,
felt
there,
like
there were definite similarities. Did you ever stop to consider that the cutting of the hair thing was in part to kind of make her like her, to look more Gollum-ish?
That was like an hour into the film.
Yeah, like there's the scene with the wig where she has her wig off and she looks like Gollum and she's all like,
I don't think so. I think that we were led to believe was more of a weird prideful thing. Although that doesn't track because she's like, pride is not right. I don't know.
Yeah.
Be proud of your fucking
Contradictions.
So
Will not go off.
on the art the kids were making, that inbred kid did not make that fucking snail.
And
Sorry, that's some Fisher Price bullshit.
not at that age.
Not at that age. Like, I couldn't make that, and I went to art school
as a toddler.
as an adult.
Just so you know.
I can't make rice either, so
I know.
Me neither, bud. It escapes me.
yeah, it's voodoo.
I have a rice maker.
Yeah, I have a rice maker.
And I
in my
love her
fridge.
very much.
We have a rice
I
maker.
said, I love her very much.
Your rice maker?
You.
Oh, I get it. I'm the rice maker.
Can none of you? Okay, all right. What do you fuckers got next?
I said convenient swing supplies.
Yeah.
Lots of rope.
Yeah, it's Virginia. I'm just saying.
What'd you say?
Just saying, I know that game.
That the
What game?
You know.
you've got ample closet space.
Yeah.
Nieces and nephews crawling around. You want some rope to go in the closet.
Slaves everywhere.
Oh,
Jesus.
yeah.
Jesus Hijinks Christ.
You invited me.
One more thing about on the art, the point that the grandma definitely looks at Corinne or Kathy and is like, the only real talent Corinne has is.
Fucking.
I wrote sucking dicks, but you know.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like,
Yeah,
they,
like it just.
they totally could have bantered.
Yeah, they
into
just.
such
She has a
friendship.
good mouth.
For dicks.
I don't think so. Even it's like
Also,
Rubbery hot dog lips.
what about Corinne's whippings?
Corinne's what?
She got a whippings.
Oh, that's fine.
That's good. That's great. Good.
and also there were not like 38 lashes on her back.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, there's like fucking 12.
Maybe.
Yeah, exaggerating a little bit.
I feel like in the book they were like, from her neck to her ankles is covered in whippings.
I'd rather
All
get whipped on my back than the ankles.
Yeah.
Or the back of
Noted.
the foot.
Noted.
That.
The quote I mangled right around that point is, the opposite sex knows all about willfulness and evil and how to get a subscription to Swank, not knowing that later on
Stuff happens.
Jason somehow
Stop calling him Jason.
sorry Stranger Things
Christopher
Pacey man.
Pike
Pasty Magazine.
yeah
Pastry man.
muscular
Was that
beaver
right around when the grandma threw the kids down?
Oh yeah, she was like, in the book she grabs the kid by the hair and like,
No, she picks her up by the ears.
yeah
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
like
like
knocked
grabs
one down.
Carrie by the sides of the head, and she's like, ah! I loved that.
I love
Yeah.
us throwing a
I wrote
screaming
child
child.
abuse classic.
Carrie was so fucking annoying.
Again, nailed it.
I know.
yeah
Who?
The child.
The girl twin.
yeah
Oh, the one you see for like 8 minutes of the film.
Did you want more?
I love that you called it a film.
yeah
More than 80 minutes.
Corinne's conversation with her children. My father would only forgive me on one condition, that my children wouldn't have a unibrow.
I don't think that's what you said.
It's what she said.
what she implied.
She looked at Kathy and was like, nice unibrow, dick.
Ouch.
Yeah, well.
Now Kiernan and Shipka won't make out with you.
So let's talk about physics.
Okay.
Let's talk about the physics of a trunk. And why, for some reason, it was freezing inside that trunk.
Because of leather.
Yeah. It's ice cold.
This is ice cold.
Ice cold.
We're just skipping right to when that guy almost died.
Well, you know, it's that. So, Corey needed character development because he doesn't like. He just kind of sits there in the background, like moving his lips when other people are reading their lines throughout most of it. And then he's in the trunk, and they're like, "Oh no, Corey! Now we're concerned." And then they open it up, and then afterwards.
She just like slaps wet on his back.
Yeah. She puts him in a tub and slaps him. Like at one point, the camera pans away and her hands just slapping, and I'm just like, "What is going on off screen?" And then meanwhile, you see Chris taking a hammer to every lock of the house, like, "Fuck locks!" Ah!
Clearly, this one in the middle of a stack is dangerous for Corey to crawl
Yeah.
in, because he'll do that again.
He'll just do
no.
that. Did you have more notes before Corey got in the trunk?
Not really.
Okay.
Hang on. Oh yeah, because the grandmother was like, "Oh, men are evil from birth."
Yeah, she was like,
And then
with
I
the
was
penises.
I was like, "Yeah, with their wicked wieners." Lusting over family members.
Wicked wieners.
It's what they do.
I
Come
know.
on down, Noah.
I know all too well.
Marty's wicked wieners. We got him in a nozzle. We'll shoot him down your gullet.
What the fuck?
We got Lee Harvey Oswald here. He's set up at the book repository. He's going to take a shot. Put a wiener in your mouth.
Pew pew.
Pow! Right in the kisser.
Right down the throat.
Ride, Jackie, ride.
You a glizzy king. Anyway.
Not a drop spilled.
She wore that dress to show the world. Anyway.
Where are we?
Speaking of dress, I think we only made notes, or I only made notes of things that I kind of wanted to remember, and most of them were inconsistencies.
Yeah.
So,
Well, so then Chris starts looking more like his dad.
Yeah.
right, yeah.
Because of
you
the-
guys, you
Just
guys
like
should
your
go.
father.
Because of the puddle left over from Heather Graham's character
Yeah.
after she left the room.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's
Because
my
of
comment was you look just like your father
Yeah.
when I met him, and it made my punani wet.
Yeah.
Did you struggle with the fact that you wrote Punani?
I did.
I couldn't say it.
I did. Punani.
This is a family show, so
Yes,
literally.
It made her pooty
for
wet.
the children listening.
It made her
that's
butthole wet. Her bussy.
Bussy.
Oh my god.
Yes,
Wait.
I forgot about that she was doing that.
Yeah, she's just like, "Oh, you look like your father."
And then she masturbated.
And then
She like
was like,
full mouth
Excuse me,
kissed him.
kids.
Yeah.
That's the sound.
Flick
Yeah.
the bean. The old leather bean.
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
The old lagoon snapper.
Here's the
You say lagoon snapper?
Lagoon snapper.
Legume snapper. Legume. Babe, you're so smart.
I don't know.
Let's see.
Crusty bean.
Really?
So, in the book, she's wearing an emerald gown.
Yeah, how hard is it to make a green fucking dress?
Is this when she goes to the ball?
This is the Christmas party. And she hides her children behind,
Yeah.
chicken wire.
Oh yeah, she was like, "Get in the liquor cabinet so you can watch me slut it up."
Here, hide in this fully stocked liquor cabinet. Nothing can go wrong in here.
It's a
Yeah, where
Christmas party.
the fucking see-through was in the back,
Yeah.
so you don't see what liquor is inside.
Aw, buddy, you're probably pretty sad about that.
No, that's how it goes. The liquor.
any person at
on
that
the
party
back.
could have looked up and seen those children.
Now, to be fair
And
about
why did they get dressed up?
Because they had no...
Because they were
it was
next
an
to the
occasion.
expensive scotch.
Yeah.
You wanna show the scotch
Yeah.
that you
Yeah,
respected.
you want to know what the booze is.
I did.
to be fair with the dress, Heather Graham may not be a green. She you know.
What season are you?
I don't. Yeah, exactly.
Autumn.
She might
Autumn.
she might be an autumn. She
I
wants turkey colors.
There was more interplay in this movie than in the book at the party, and she's like, "Your dress is so tight I can see your fucking uterus."
Yeah.
And the only people of color are the maids and the piano man.
I didn't see any colors.
Did you say colors?
That's what you said.
People of color.
Oh,
People of
my
color.
bad.
We're gonna bleep that out.
You know what you're getting.
There was the
And here to
piano
provide commentary is Kanye West and Kyrie Irving.
yeah,
Sports.
and then and Daddy
Grandpa.
Grandpa.
Full mouth kiss.
I put down.
Yes,
I put down. He likes his scotch like he likes his women. 12 years old.
I like.
and his daughter.
I like that he kind of looked like David Lynch, like.
How dare you?
Well, like slightly more chiseled David Lynch, you know.
What? How dare you?
Look, I'm just
I
saying.
think you haven't seen David Lynch in a while.
Personally,
It's just mostly the hair.
Could not stand. I just can't stand fucking Heather Graham's gaspy bullshit.
Yeah.
she was also coming over that necklace. She was like hurting and a squirting when she put it on. She was like, and then grandmother sidles up and is like, maybe one day you'll have a daughter. The the shade. Bart Winslow with no mustache.
No mustache.
Yeah.
Bart's supposed to have a mustache. There's a lot about his mustache.
It really forms.
No shaft broom?
It really
no shaft broom?
Yeah. You know, when you're like sucking the dick and then
the three-sided dick duster.
It's a shaft broom.
Three-sided dick.
Yeah.
So you clean off all the semen.
Oh.
I like
learned so much
that
from
she's
you
like,
today.
everybody's talking about my swan bed. No one's talking about your
No
swan
one was
bed.
talking about it.
No one's talking about it. Like, that's gross. Just
No.
don't even bring it up.
He said people were, and she said no one was.
Yeah, well, no one is. That's gross. Like, let's be honest. Like, the maids may go, nice swan bed, Corinne.
Ass.
And then that one maid got fired just for being like...
For being nice, yeah.
You're like, oh, you're just bringing such happiness back into the house.
Get fucking fired. Mm-hmm. Yeah. She like Donald Trumped up in there.
And then, last minute, we don't go for the expensive scotch, actually. Even though we're up here having an argument about it right next to the liquor cabinet.
I swear she said John. She was like, John.
No, that was John.
I feel
that
like...
was John Anus. Not at the end, though.
It looked exactly like him. All these white men look alike.
John
You got
Anus.
facial
They
lines.
do. They looked very similar, but it was John at the end,
racist.
too, with the gun.
With the gun?
Yeah,
Oh, it was?
they were the same
Great,
character.
thanks.
No. Why would he have that? He's a butler.
He's buttling
He's
the
getting
yard.
rid of the deer.
No.
I don't know.
That's a ways away.
It was a weird thing. It was a weird thing. Like, I will
Yeah,
admit.
it was very weird. Anyway, we're at the Christmas party. What happened next?
Christmas.
So next,
And then Christmas.
Here's the TV. No one will hear that.
yeah.
Yes, they won't because they don't ever watch it.
Yeah.
Corinne's like, my daddy gave me this TV. You can have it. She's like pointing out. She's like, I have a surprise. It's a regift.
Did she muscle that TV up 3 flights of stairs?
Who fucking knows? It
I'm
was
just
on
saying.
wheels.
There's no elevator. I'm just saying, she had no help. She's Corinne. Who's she gonna call? Ghostbusters? No.
She had someone carried up under different guise of circumstances.
Fine.
So after the party, right? Then just cuts to that guy, Christopher, looking at the pasty mag.
Yeah, let's talk about pasty for a second.
Pastry magazine.
Where did he get pasty?
Where did he get this ancient pornography? Was
Like,
it in the attic?
It's from you always get it from your parents first, typically. Find it in the bedroom.
You find the pornography, you do the incest just like your parents.
Yeah.
So yes, listener, in this version there's a bit where Kathy comes upon Chris coming upon a magazine called Pasty Magazine.
And then Katie was like,
He's looking at it on the roof.
Yeah.
Let's bring that up.
That's the only place where there's privacy, I guess.
Yeah.
Is he gonna go into a
hey,
trunk and
Virginia.
Is he gonna go into a trunk and beat off?
Yeah.
Suppressing
too
boners
cold in
is
there.
hard.
Too cold. Tell me about it.
Well,
Get it? Suppressing boners are hard.
So what did I say? You wrote down something I said.
Because you were just talking about his ancient fucking pornography. She's like, what is it, Mildred's secret?
what is that? It's porn, Kathy. It's porn.
But presumably he found it in the attic. All right. I'm just saying, who brought Pastry
Biff.
Magazine?
It's ooh
Chris
la
won.
la.
Chris one brought up Pastry Magazine
Or one of Corinne's brothers.
Yeah.
that they never talk about.
That they never talk about in any of the movies, but...
Did she fuck him?
Not yet.
So you
What?
got any other notes about that?
Let's see.
Katie and I really enjoyed that after the night of the party, like Christopher was hanging out, he was like doing some sleuthing. And then Heather Graham comes in and like freaking shakes the shit out of Kathy. She's like, where's it? And she's like, I don't fucking know. And then she like whacks him across the face when he comes in the room. Threatens to beat them. And then the next day she's like, hey guys.
Hey guys.
Why are you guys sad?
It was a weird vibe last
Should I
night.
take all of the presents back that Santa gave you?
Yeah, she's like, it was a weird vibe. Let's just put it out there.
So after the magazine, Heather Graham, the mother, I guess, gave her daughter a new bra.
Yeah.
That's what came next, right? Or
Yeah.
brassiere,
Until
whatever the hell
then
it
Chris
is.
did. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, because she was, yes. And she was like, if you have any questions, bye.
Yeah.
She's like, I had no one to ask questions to. Kind of like you right now because you can't ask me questions to let around, which I'm not.
And then, of course,
abruptly
Chris
leaving.
walks in
Yeah.
and was like, what's up?
What's up, tits?
Hey.
Yeah.
What's up? You're basically just in a different
But-
tank
Tank
top.
top.
You're in a
To
tank
be
top.
fair, she was asking for it with them shoulders.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm glad that the grandmother didn't walk in at that time.
Oh yeah.
How many?
Is that when he shoulder stroked her?
No.
Okay, great.
I don't think so.
I can tell you
I
about
think
it.
it's a little later.
No, I can wait.
So yeah, grandmother comes in while Kathy's just like being like, how do I put on this fucking 18 strap hook freaking scaffolding on my new tits? And Chris walks in and he's like, oh hey, you got scaffolding now, Kathy. Grandmother walks in and she's like, I knew you.
I knew it.
How many times have you let him use you like a cum dumpster?
That's what she said.
Yeah, that would have been appropriate for
Yeah.
like a Lifetime movie.
Yeah.
Jizzing in your prison.
You skeezer.
Yeah, that's if you've read the book. You know that's when she's like, oh, cut the hair off. And Chris is like, I want to come on that hair. No.
Yeah, keep telling yourself
supposed
it's
to
tar,
be like-
Kathy.
It's
Yeah.
supposed to be like down to the waist at this point too.
Yeah.
Right, and it is described in the book like a big black wad of bubblegum is the tar hair.
Yeah.
Instead of just like
I thought it
fucking,
looked
like,
alright. It was a little
tiger-
edgy.
Yeah.
It was like some tiger stripes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So that was the shoulder
was
touch.
the shoulder.
He's like he is trimming her hair,
And then he's like,
and she was like, "It wasn't your fault for looking," and he's like, "I
Yeah.
wish maybe we weren't so close." Creepy fingernail.
Yes.
And then
Yeah,
he's
I
like-
called it. I said, my note for that was Chris, you creepy motherfucker, tender tip, tar snipping, shoulder toucher.
I just wrote, I wish so much you weren't covered in tar.
I wrote down tar, nature's lube.
It's like tar and your sister's tears.
I mean, it's just like, this is dinosaur lube.
That's how they fucked.
Yeah. I know how they fucked.
So
I was
where
there.
can I ask you guys, where did grandmother get tar?
You know.
It's the South. They
Yeah.
do horrible things.
Yeah, listen.
South
They-
in the 50s, they
Yeah.
ain't
No,
wrong.
I understand.
No, I'm saying
I
they
know
ain't wrong.
They have rope in the attic. They have
Tar
tar.
on
They're
hand.
horrible people.
They had workers they paid, quotations.
They're horrible people.
Was there a road project going on?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Your name is Toby Project.
Wow.
That was a Roots throwback.
Wow.
I know.
Oh, missed it.
So we get ahead to
Do we get some head?
No.
I wish we saw something more.
You
But
idiots do not.
It's there's the scene with Kathy doing ballet in the attic because somehow
Yeah.
she's got a tutu in the attic.
Yeah. I was,
Well,
like,
yeah.
I was like, where'd you get a new set of gear?
Yeah, yeah. Like,
See, look at these.
my
great-
sister
great
did
point.
ballet.
Easy.
My sister did ballet. I know what it takes to get a pair of toe shoes that don't kill you in the first place.
So great point because they have no idea.
Right. In the book, Kathy's practicing ballet this whole time.
24/7, and Corinne is like constantly showering people with gifts
And she bought her all these ballet
that
costumes.
she's now busting out of.
Not my fault you're growing out of
You're busting out of there.
Your big old Kathy butt hanging out the back of the tutu.
So then Corinne busts in like, I'm marrying this dude.
Already did, right?
Already did? I think it was after the... I thought... my notes said after the ballet.
She got, I'm fucking married, motherfuckers.
Yeah. I'm glad he finally made her an honest woman.
Yeah. Yeah. So honest.
I did right. It's don't you want to dance with me? We're gonna do a dance called grinding.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Is that pony? Pony? Is that pony?
Did anyone? The only little bit is when. Yep. I don't have a. You guys have a soundboard? What?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Dear listener cannot see how inappropriate your gestures are, gentlemen.
It's alright.
Alright, that's enough.
Someone's gotta see. It's loud when people slap things.
I don't know what you're
Kathleen.
talking about. There's a little smoosh of when Carrie's like, when do we grow out of things? Barely acknowledged that the twins don't grow.
Yeah. Kathy just mentioned, sort of just like they need sunshine.
And they need sunshine. They need sunshine. When am I gonna get big busty titties like Kathy? Is what she said. Yep.
And after that bullshit, because like after she says Bart, and then Kathy's like the actual fuck. Like Kathy and Chris are both like the actual fuck though.
Yeah.
Like you've been gone, and then you just got married. Like, are you even gonna tell this guy what the fuck? She's like, how rude you asked to get out of this attic. And then grandmother brings donuts in, and she's like, careful, there'd be
No,
too many of those.
it's
Is
after a
dangerous to
few
your
things
health.
happen.
Oh, what do you got?
Well, we got like, the grandmother beats the kid.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Let's,
she gives him a
let's talk about the hidden bench press in the attic.
Yeah, I was like, Chris is ripped.
Yeah. Yeah.
Smiley face.
Oh.
I'm going to take out my pants off, Grandma.
Yeah, incest is good for abs.
Oh yeah, you didn't know that until you watched the
Well, I mean, I did.
I only have a brother.
You know, what do we say? Heteronormative.
Fair.
What else did you guys get?
Let's see.
You said we
that's
have
all I
we
have.
have
It
all
gets to
these
the point
notes.
where
I just want to
they
talk about the boy's chest. That's all
they
I have.
bone down.
Who bones down?
Kathy and Chris and their boning down. They're implied chaste boning down.
It was very chaste.
It was like it was like a lot of things with this movie. It was kind of anticlimactic. Like they
I'm sure
kiss
he
twice,
lasted
and
long.
then they wake up next to each other in bed, and then you have that scene where Kathy just sits up in bed, and my comment was, Kathy is getting up all laden with seed.
Laden.
Oh yeah, apparently the incest in this one was just great and fine.
Yeah,
Like we're good.
yeah.
We're just not gonna do it again. He's like, no, but we will because
We
I'm
will.
obsessed with you now
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and then he takes the Bible and scares off Grandma, and I wrote, "In your face, Jesus."
Prayer key to salvation. Not likely.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So have you guys before this had anyone heard of making a key impression in a bar of soap?
Yes.
Because I had.
Yeah, but I've
Well,
never
yeah.
heard of someone then carving it
wooden
out of
key?
wood.
A wooden key.
Yeah.
A wooden key.
Wooden key
with a
wouldn't
wood
work.
that is so soft you can like.
Yeah, it wouldn't work.
Carve
He
it.
whittled it forever.
Now, if
It's a piece of mahogany.
if he
It's a
had some
fine
lead,
mahogany.
if he could melt some lead, he
Sure.
could do
If
it.
there's a foundry up there.
Yeah, well, no. If you lead melts
There's the
really
weight room?
easily.
The foundry. It's the Skinamax studio.
The weight room is also the incest room.
Yeah,
Double duty.
Very
the
heavy in there.
metallurgy lab.
A lot of push-ups.
No, but
on your sister.
typically what you would
Baby
do,
cack.
With your face.
you make a wax mold of the key, and then you melt lead into the mold.
You're gonna melt a lot of pencils.
Well,
It
they
is soft too, though. Wouldn't that
Alright.
also bend?
back
bend?
back in the days when they'd make like toy soldiers out of like metal, that a lot of people would melt lead for them. So
Yeah.
anyway, it wasn't uncommon. Then I just wrote swan bed, and
That's
I
all
don't
I-
remember why.
That's all I wrote.
Yeah, swan bed. Oh, it's just because Bart's all passed out like seductively on the swan bed.
He's sprawled.
He's sprawled.
He was sprawled in the book, but
Cock out.
Yeah.
ready to go.
Mustacheless.
Mustacheless.
fucking heartbreaking.
I understand.
Let's see.
So
you guys agree with me?
then Chris kisses
I mean,
Kathy
yeah.
or whatever.
You would have kissed him if he was sprawled out? Just
Yeah,
like,
yeah, I'm that kind of creep.
You'd be like, hey, someone's sleeping.
I'm like,
let
oh
me kiss
man, a
him."
handsome gentleman on my bed, all spread out.
Like jelly.
What else are you gonna do?
You're gonna walk by that?
No, walk away.
Well, you gotta sleep somewhere.
You're gonna sleep. Was not Kathy's bed.
I like Bart's comments afterwards. I had a dream that a young woman who looked just like you, but younger and way less busted, way less disgusting, doesn't make me think of like the bad part of Twin Peaks came in.
Seriously.
You know,
Why, there's no teen girls here, though.
there's no teen girls.
She's like a teenager.
That's crazy.
How crazy.
That's crazy. Excuse me, I'm getting a rolling pin. Let's see. We'll go to Florida. That shit's okay in Florida.
Yeah.
Yep.
Chris was like, I wish you'd kiss like mother.
Yeah, there was that part. That was great. Corey, no personality, gets stuck in a box and dies.
That's why I said Corey was boring, so it's
Yeah.
okay he died.
Yeah.
No, it's a super bummer they didn't kill off Carrie instead because she was obnoxious.
To be fair,
To be.
in the '87 version, I hated the child actor that played Corey.
I loved him.
Oh, he was all like, "Oh, help me! I have a speech impediment."
Wow. That's not.
I'm just saying.
Did the voice of the little
Today, Junior.
I know.
Kitty
know.
in Rockadoodle.
I know.
No.
I know. He did a lot of voice acting. He was in everything, and I hated him as a kid. I was like, I hate that kid.
Oh, I love it.
I agree. I didn't see him.
No, he was terrible. He really looked like a child of the corn in that movie too. Or
Yeah, at
Child of
least
the
he
Damned.
was fucking blonde
Right.
as shit though.
Yeah, but he had way more exposure in the '87 movie, or at least enough. This one, they're just like, well, we're gonna kill you so you don't have any lines. Oh, what do I do? Just kind of look like sad Justin Bieber on drugs.
Yeah.
That's not hard because he's on
Whine
drugs.
whatever Carrie whines. Yeah, I don't want it.
Oh.
In the book, though, he did have like a more fleshed out character.
Yeah.
He was an old soul. He was very like musically inclined.
He was a sensitive fellow.
He had a banjo.
His
And he wrote a song about being real sad to be trapped in an attic.
I'm trapped in an attic with my fucking siblings.
That sounds even
Like literally, they fucking ding 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 ding.
Are you
ding,
fingering
ding,
your
ding,
banjo?
ding. Yeah, I don't know how a banjo goes. Ding 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 ding.
You have to finger it.
I'm making like blowjob and saxophone motions just to be clear.
Great.
That's
Give
how
it to the old
banjos
Bill
work.
Clinton. Yep.
Now I'm cranking something. Ding a ling 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 ling.
Why was Mickey and the Mouse dying more sad than...
Yeah.
Does it happen in front of them?
That gave me some like the Jacksons TV movie vibes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, Mr. Mouse,
Ben.
no, Ben, no.
For some reason, they changed in the '80s movie. They changed Mickey's name to Fred. I don't know, Fred. Like,
Well,
I don't know.
they had speech impediment boys, so they needed something that
Really drove
emphasized
that
that, and they
point
probably
home.
wanted to avoid Mickey at that point because he hadn't passed the 100-year copyright mark.
Don't fuck with the mouse.
Fair, because no one
anyway,
can be called that.
That fucking mouse died.
Yeah. Let's see.
And then they're like, "Oh
Worst part of
shit!"
the movie.
Yeah,
That was the worst part.
Let's see.
The worst part.
You're gonna wake up tonight very sad.
I don't know. I haven't gone to bed yet.
We get to the scene where the kids just start stealing the copper wiring
Yeah.
because they're
Ripping it out
inbred.
of the
They,
wall.
they
And
don't
they're
know
like,
that there's
this
wealthy shit everywhere.
Fuck the silver stuff.
Yeah.
Chris tried to steal it, and then
Yeah, he failed at that.
well, it's because there was like a very convenient conversation that interrupted him from doing that.
If I'm working in a pawn shop and a teenage boy shows up with a bunch of silver, I'm going to have some questions.
But you're a pawn shop owner and you don't care.
Well, that's true
And it's
to an
the
extent.
50s.
You're probably from Philly.
Yeah,
And you're like,
For Philly?
they're all pawn shop owners are from Philly.
that is actually true. It's
That's a
good
good
to
point,
get the
though. It was the
license.
50s when like a 4-year-old could go walk to the store and get their parents
Well,
some
they had
smokes. You
and
know
They
what
it's
I'm
had,
saying?
like-
they had 80-hour jobs. They could afford
They could do-
smokes.
The 4-year-olds?
Yeah.
I'm saying for their parents
Yeah.
could just send their kids to the
That's what I'm saying. They had 80-hour jobs they could afford.
Oh, the parents could afford it.
No, the kids, they were working 80-hour jobs.
No, but I'm
the
saying
mill.
adults could send their children
True.
to the store for things that children cannot
Back
buy.
when smoking was good for you.
What is this last note you have? It says Grandma Gollum. What is she, inbred?
Wow, you just love incest.
I do. It's like one of my favorite things in the world.
Why else are
Hi, Kate.
anybody reading these books?
Wow.
What's happening in this movie?
You remember Arrested Development?
I mean, yeah.
I'm feeling. You know that they're saying they just kept repeating over and over again.
Which one? I made a huge mistake.
one?
Yes. I've made a huge
I
mistake.
made a huge mistake.
Hey.
Yeah, where the fuck does this movie peter out? Okay, where
It just
are we?
kind
go
of
to train
does.
and they go to
That's
Hogwarts.
They go back to Hogwarts.
Go back
Oh
to
no, the
Hogwarts.
mouse fucking dies. They steal the things. They
They-
find
they-
out that grandfather's been dead for months.
7 months.
For months.
I don't even remember that.
There was
We checked done and watch him.
there was an electric fence was constructed.
That's right.
And I call bullshit on that. Like, this is a very...
Wealthy.
They could have made it look like a better goddamn fence.
yeah.
Plus, like, they didn't even know that... Oh, at some point the kids broke out.
and went
Christopher and
frolicking
Kathy
in a pond.
went swimming and saw a deer.
Maybe touch nips. We don't know.
Is that
Yes.
in the book?
Yeah.
Yes.
They put algae over their genitals and then push their genitals
book,
together.
Kathy doesn't have a
That way
bra
it's not
yet,
touching.
so she's just in her underpanties.
Go on.
And they splish and splash their nipples at each other.
And then they're
Go
like,
on.
the stars.
the stars. It's innocent because they're related, babe.
At that time.
At that time.
Go
At that time,
on.
there was nary a nipple brush.
I was thinking about those nipple brushes you see at Walmart.
Like this one?
Same thing.
Just
like that one.
Let's see. So yeah, and then like
Thank you.
there's creeping Grandma Gollum has her wig off,
Mm-hmm.
and then doesn't she like bustle into the room?
She does, and then she has
She's like, I'm
a...
gonna whip you with a willow stick.
Yeah, she's got a
Some reason-
switch.
I don't
Yeah,
remember.
what? There was
maybe she found out somehow that they got out of the room because they're like, you have a key.
There was like a creaking door.
Oh, something like that.
Yeah. And I wanted Kathy to whip the shit out of her. I was waiting for that old lady to go down.
But suddenly, conveniently, all the kids get sick right in that last scene.
Because of the poison.
Well, yeah, no, I know. It was because of the poison, but they're not showing symptoms until the very last moment when they need to resist the grandmother. And suddenly Chris is
He's very weak.
Despite his massive pecs, Chris needed a big...
talking about this teen boy.
Dude,
pecs.
he needed more of a bra than Kathy did,
Jr.
okay?
Lil Hems.
Yeah. He's like... He can't fight her, so Kathy shoves her away, and then they run upstairs into the attic, and she's like, "Oh, I hate walls! Ah! Oh, save me!
Like, seven stairs. I'm done.
I'm fucking dumb.
Yeah, like
I can't reach the doorknob.
Even though she was probably on the second floor the whole time.
It was the confinement of the
so how does she go to the bathroom then? Like there's more airflow in the bathroom. Like she goes into the bathroom with two other kids who are like finger banging each other, okay? But she's fine with that. So maybe if the kids started like diddling each other, then she'd run up the stairs. Like is that how this works?
No, I think that it was because like both
narrow.
walls are right there. It's narrow.
You know how many siblings are in this bathroom finger banging? It's crowded.
It is.
At least all of them.
I mean, I'd have more trouble going into that bathroom than I would.
What with all the fingies?
There's airflow and the anyway.
So something that you don't know until you read the last book of the Doppelganger series, when it's Olivia.
I'm sorry, spoiler alert.
That's the grandmother's name is Olivia. When she was much younger, she was like super angry at a pregnant lady that was being hidden in the house, and she wanted her to miscarry, so she tried to like set up this like shenanigans in the attic
Situation,
Just
yeah.
like
And
banana peels everywhere.
basically, yes. But like the light burned out, and then she was like cobwebbing and flipping out. So she's been claustrophobic since then.
I can't believe you didn't tell them that it was Chris One's mother that she was trying to get to miscarry.
Oh yeah, but
Wait. Did she mung Chris out?
What?
What?
Munging? You know what munging
no,
is?
don't do
I
that.
want to know.
No.
Not
Maybe
on
later.
here. I'll explain
We'll
munging
offline
in the car.
this.
No, because you know what? It's already being said. So someone
We'll offline this. Okay.
it's when you make a dead body.
Why did you?
Fly out a fetus?
You jump up and down
So bad about
on the belly, and the pregnant part goes, it shoots out. It goes mung.
What's so bad about that? Why don't you guys want to explain that?
Because it's
Inappropriate. We are discussing incest.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
a corpse, though. That's the part. It's not a live woman.
I know the laws in this state.
If there's a heartbeat in you.
Did they call it a mung bean? The baby.
Sure.
Okay. Anyways, so something else that you don't know is that Chris One wasn't actually Corinne's half uncle. They were half siblings, which we find out in the last book.
Just to blow your minds even further, there's an extra layer of incest.
There's an extra, but they never knew that they were half siblings.
So Olivia's fears of these children is kind of founded.
Yeah, but she's the one who she kicked out.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on.
Now, I feel like my point when we read the first one was that all this justification for these teens is like, well, they're pubing out with puberty, and what are you gonna do? But like, those of us that were ugly in puberty, we didn't resort to incest when we didn't have anyone to make out with.
We didn't?
Some of us didn't.
Gotta put it somewhere.
Poor Mike.
You gotta put it somewhere. Hey, you gotta put it somewhere.
I think that it wasn't even about attractive or not attractive. It was the fact that they were locked up together. So there was
But it didn't
literally
help that they were.
It was like
It didn't
retirement
hurt.
home. It just...
retirement home. They all have syphilis.
They do.
I know.
It's
Everyone's-
gross.
Everyone knows about the wrinkly labias
Yeah, it says
and the old balls.
And why everything's covered in
Plastic. That you can wipe down.
Yeah.
Jizz.
Ew. Jazz.
It's very jazzy.
So,
American hanky panky.
so would it upset you to know that the ending of the book was even less climactic than the ending in the movie?
Really?
Yes, they literally just walk out of the house and no one notices.
So this one, they walk out of the house and get on a train.
No, they still get on a train.
No, they repel in this movie. They repelled, quote unquote, down a
Yeah, they were-
building.
they were-
Yeah, no, I remember in the book they're like
They
walk out, they kind of stick their head in at dinner, like, ooh.
Nope, they don't do that.
They don't do that?
They literally just walk out the door.
Right before sunrise, when the servants are sleeping.
They just leave.
Do they at least yell like "eat pussy" and leave?
Nope.
No,
No.
man,
No one eats any pussy.
that's
Well,
that's disappointing.
women's rights weren't invented by then.
No. Only in the next one.
By then.
When the 40-year-old
When
man
Jordy-
and the 16-year-old get together.
Ew.
No, that do happen.
That do happen. I think she's 17 though. So he does eat pussy then.
I mean, so gentlemen, do you want to another time watch the second movie in this?
Oh boy.
In this,
I mean,
Petals on the Wind.
sure.
Is there?
They made all three.
They made all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you
You did
that the
tell me
next one opens with a scene,
did
and you're
tell
like,
me that.
spoiler alert. And I said, I already told you that. And then you immediately forgot that there's a next one. It's been like a half an hour.
I'm full of meat calzone.
I understand.
So am not I. Not I. Would you watch number 2?
I mean, I've watched that a couple
Is
times.
there double incest?
Oh! I remember my question.
What?
Hi. Who's the villain in this movie?
Jesus.
Yes, Jesus.
Hormones.
Oh.
The house.
Boners?
The house. Yeah, boners. Oh, pasties.
No.
Pastries?
Pasty
You
magazine.
can't blame the magazine.
No, because there was also that, like, the book that had the crochet, like, how to knit
about the
a
deer?
fucking granny square
How about
over
the deer?
Did you guys catch that they found like some
dear got
erotic book in Corinne's closet?
Yeah.
That showed, like, statues fucking? I don't even know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
the
like
Kama Sutra, I don't know.
A bunch
It was
of
like-
dude statues.
Song of Solomon illustrated.
Yeah. So I believe that in this whole thing, Chris is the villain.
In a way, yeah.
Whole storyline, because as these characters age, Kathy is always trying to find someone else who's not her brother to fuck.
Well, who is she finding?
She many
younger-
people,
actually.
many others.
Her younger brother?
He's dead.
He's dead.
Well, before he
Dr.
died.
Rex fart pipe.
No. So she goes and she fucks around. She spreads her pussy wide, but Chris,
She spreads her petals into the wind.
you know,
Windy.
it's very windy. But Chris doesn't really date because there's only one woman for him, his sister.
Wow. You saw her.
I saw some things. So I'm saying that he's the villain because he just wears her down. That's not.
They haven't watched it yet. They're gonna watch
I
more.
think it was the deer. Because the butler was trying to shoot the deer at the end. Maybe there's a whole plot that we don't know. Deer are psychic. They are making children have sex with each other, and it's been happening for years, and they've been haunting the house.
Yep.
I lost it. Yeah, I think Chris is the villain.
So, what was your favorite part of the whole story? Better Chris. Good Chris.
I just like making fun of everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Good. Great. Welcome.
Yeah.
So it was directed by Deborah Chow.
Really was no good part of the movie.
It was directed by Deborah Chow, who did 2 episodes of The Mandalorian and the entire Obi-Wan Kenobi series. And I kind of feel the same way about the Obi-Wan Kenobi series as I do about the Flowers in the Attic. Like, it's there.
It just is.
It is. I didn't hate it, but
It was something that we did for
Yeah.
an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It ate up sometimes.
So, do you feel like you want to read the second book before you watch the second movie?
I've tried.
Doesn't matter. Now there's like actually a.
I don't have time for that.
The answer is no.
Yeah.
It really will take you like half an afternoon. They are very
Are
fast.
there Cliff's Notes for the Flowers in the Attic series?
Yes, you can find them at VC's Pieces Podcast.
At gmail.com. That's what.
Wow.
Will you at least?
Plug alert.
You can listen to our episode on the second book of the book.
SBD and Geraldine. Nope.
No,
That was
it
the-
was Choices.
Choices.
Episode 2, Choices.
I think that's all you need to do is just listen to
episode
episode 2, Choices, before you watch the movie.
And you'll know.
I already
you'll
did
know.
that.
I know, but you forgot.
How you not forgot?
Because you forget everything. You told me that.
Salutations.
Do you not remember telling me that you forget everything?
I don't forget anything.
Point.
Anyway, happy Jory Days, everyone.
Oh, Jory.
And the next book,
To all good, Bart.
to all the good, Bart, is the Hudson family series,
Yep.
starting with book Rain.
We have to figure out when we're going to start reading that.
Yeah.
What are all of them in rain?
There's
hail.
rain. Shut up. Lightning strikes. Eye of the storm. End of the rainbow. And gathering clouds. This one has a
Torrential
protagonist
downpour.
of color,
Yeah.
written by an old white man. So that's going to be an adventure.
But I'm pretty sure that she's got, her parents are of different races, though.
Yes,
There's no way we're having, like, a full character of color. Not yet.
You know,
maybe sometime, but
Isn't
not
it like
yet.
the one drop rule? Is that what they call it? Anyway,
What? I've never heard that.
goodbye, listener. Happy everything. Goodbye.
Thank you
Thank
for
you for
joining
listening.
us,
We,
husbands, Chris and Matt.
Yes, well done on
welcome.
that existing. And let's think. This is coming out on the 16th. You're not going to hear from us for a couple weeks because of the holidays. Have a holiday. The end. Goodbye. I'm done.
Bye.
Goodbye, everybody. Where's the stop?
Just hit the space button.
Salutations.
Space.
Thanks for listening to BC's Pieces podcast. We hope you enjoyed it. Technical support was provided by Boo and Matt. Thank you for answering all of my stupid questions. Music is Dust in My Attic by Broke MC, used under a Creative Commons license. Stay tuned for more episodes released hopefully regularly. In the meantime, have a powdered donut, tend those evil seeds, and try to control yourself at the next family function.